This video is designed to give you an understanding of what money truthfully is. Statement of fact. Global assets and who owns them is where we'll start. For the production of goods and services, we need natural resources and labor. Natural resources are provided by the creator. Who or whatever a person believes that to be is irrelevant. Mental and physical labor transforms raw materials into equipment and technology required for the goods we desire. We are all born with equal authority under creation. No one has a contract or proof other than this. Hence, we have equal authority over all creation, and hence we each own an equal share of global natural resources. The effects of this reality will be that those that are protected by privilege will lose the privilege of the benefits derived from the system, and the winners resulting from change of this fact is everyone. So we've seen who owns what, and that leads us to what is money. Hence, the only value humans add to the supply of goods and services is knowledge, which develops technology, and labor. Hence, physical and mental labor is the only thing that money can represent. Hence, money is purely an accounting unit of the people's contribution to the social good created as and when that human input is made. The losers of change resulting from these facts, those which are protected by privilege. The winners of change resulting from these facts is everybody, as this is based in truth. So we'll now have a look at how money is created, and this is confirmed openly by the Bank of England, where it clearly states you create money when you take out a loan or mortgage in the Quarterly Bulletin 2014 Quarter 1. That's the bulletin, and it's the first page, which gives us a summary and an overview. They tell you that you are the source of creation of the money they loan you on the front page, and they have even bolded it there. So it's hidden in plain sight for all you conspiracy buffs, like it all is. So it says quite clearly here, whenever a bank makes a loan, it simultaneously creates a matching deposit in the borrower's bank account, thereby creating new money. They go on to tell you in the second paragraph that what some economics textbooks teach you is incorrect. In fact, I challenge anyone to find one which actually is correct. So clearly it states, the reality of money is created today differs from the description found in some economics textbooks. Rather than banks receiving deposits when households save and then lending them out, bank lending creates deposits. So again, hidden in plain sight. The rest of this document is largely a load of rubbish with baffling bearings, and is absolute garbage and is based on their opinions. However, as a statement of fact, the proof is all the recessions and the 2007 banking crisis. They know what they're doing, including enslaving you through your belief system. Now that we understand what money truly is, it raises some obvious questions. How did I create this money? And secondly, why am I paying interest on my creation? To answer the first question of how do you create the money, we need to look at the legal system. This Freedom of Information Act confirms the status of the legislation as at 12th of August 2011. It explains the acts. They even tell you it is not the law, but merely an act. In different countries, they may be called statutes, bills, presidential orders, etc. Again, hidden in plain sight. This is the Freedom of Information Act referred to, and reading from it, I can confirm that the Bills of Exchange Act 1882 is in force, save for sections 75A, 82 and 96, which have been repealed as detailed below. And then they refer you to the repeals and the new legislation and the web address thereof. So your loan agreement is a bill of exchange, which they happened to forget to tell you when you were taking out the loan agreement. This makes the contract unlawful. They go on to explain what a bill of exchange is. It's an unconditional order in writing addressed by one person to another, signed by the person giving it, requiring the person to whom it is addressed to pay on demand or at a fixed or determinable future time a sum certain in money to or to the order of a specified person or to bearer. A bill of exchange may be negotiable under Section 8 of the Act, where it does not contain any words prohibiting transfer or indicating that it should not be transferable. So just to re-stress, it's addressed by one person to another. We create a bill of exchange when we sign a loan agreement. They know this is unlawful, and as you can only hold a human liable, they ensure no name on this Freedom of Information Act. Always only contract with named people, as they can be held personally liable for their unlawful actions and cannot hide behind the corporate veil. As you can see, no signature, no name, Information Rights Units, HM Treasury. Your bill of exchange is creating the asset entry in the bank's accounts as described to match the loan entry in your account. Then they create the money out of thin air in your account, which again they tell you, as shown above, using plenty more bull, baffles brains, where on page 3 they confirm this fact pictorially. So your promissory note increases the bank's assets as new loans, and then their bankers make magic money created out of thin air in their liabilities as the deposit in your loan account. So this leads to the second question: why am I paying interest on my creation? The obvious one is, why would any man pay another for the fruits of his labor if they knew they were actually creating the money that the bank was lending them? At best, you would just pay a charge for holding an account of what you still need to pay based on your promissory note, which is a service. The not so obvious one regarding interest, however, is that interest is an impossibility, and hence not only makes this contract illegal under their system, but also makes it unlawful for the same reason. And you can see more details on lawfulness in the presentation on law. I wish to just quickly cover inflation as well, because this is another theft which they've instigated into our belief system. We're all told that inflation is good. Can anyone explain to me the truth behind this? If I work and want to save for something in the future, why would I want my savings to become worth less, i.e., be able to buy fewer things in the future than today? The truth behind this is that it transfers wealth from savers to those who live on credit, as future payments are worth less than payments today. So if you live on borrowings, loans of any sort, such as our governments do, it would be the cheapest way of doing so. However, your interest payments far outweigh the inflation rate. So it goes straight back to the previous question regarding interest payments. The final thing I want to look at is the private control of money, demonstrating that it's a theft through monopoly of the money supply. The mechanism is simple. Generate division by any means by financing extremists. Get people polarized and fighting one another. The issue is irrelevant. Religion, race, colour, sexuality, political views, but essentially create a you with us or against us. Anything to start a fight. Give money to both sides to fight for the belief system that you have instigated in the first place. Keep it going for as long as possible to indebt both sides as deeply as possible. Eventually you no longer can keep the fighting going, and they will make peace. As both sides owe you the money they borrowed from you, one of the conditions of your kind-hearted support for their cause is they are broke now, that they let you control their money supply, as they have so adequately proved they are incapable of doing this themselves. Such a simple scam, by generating a problem that creates chaos until the people are ready to accept your solution. However, not everybody will succumb to this, and then you just follow the following procedures. Dethrone them from their power by threatening them and their loved ones. If that doesn't work, through humiliation of any means, for instance fake news, of them and their supporters. And if that doesn't work, hire another bunch of thugs. Then the scam is ready to run on the people. Collateralize the assets and future labour of the country against the existing debt. Install a central bank, tax department and justice department run by thugs to collect the debt as taxes, fines, etc. Loan more money for stuff the government doesn't need. Bit of bribery and corruption. And then the final scam is ready to run on the rest of the people. Create demand by creating division. For instance, you're a no one if you don't have an iPhone, whatever. We can loan you the money. When you can't pay it back, they threaten you with stealing your possessions through the courts they own. And eventually they steal your possessions by sending the bailiffs and police around, who they also own. The tools that they use to make the scam more efficient is, as they control the money supply, it allows them to control the interest rates, and through inflation, house prices rise, makes you feel good. At the same time, lower interest rates are there to get you to borrow more when you feel good. Once enough profit potential is there, simply raise the interest rates and steal the properties described in the above scam. Simply rinse and repeat every few years until you've taken everything. So, not a complex scam, but how do they get away with it? To justify it to themselves, you simply use the philosophy of, we told you. Yeah, wrapped in loads of bullshit which no one bothers to investigate for the truth. And as we've told you, it's your own fault if we don't complain. They call that tacit consent. However, this justification is proof that they knowingly are causing harm, which is unlawful, albeit legal. I hope that you have a clearer understanding now of the money scam and understand that money truly is nothing more than a counting unit of your labor. Thanks for watching.